I'm sorry, y'all, for laughing, but we're back. This is the last episode. This is the last game, and thank God it is. Y'all, this is one of the ugliest games I think I have seen in a long time. I'll say, like, welcome back to, I'm just calling it with Styles. We are looking at trying to change the narrative of the O line's contribution to the four, or it would be, I guess it'd be the other way, to the 8 losses last season. And as I said on the Cutler show this week, and I've said many times on this broadcast, the offensive line was a C minus. If you want to give them a D plus, I'm not gonna argue too much with a D plus, but I think it's a C minus. And some of the stuff is based off of a lot of different reasons why. It's not just simply O line. And I must tell you this, a lot of the issues last season was on the tight ends too. They couldn't block a damn. I'm not gonna say what came to my mind because that would have been inappropriate. But they couldn't block well either. The only group, and if you watch all 11 episodes up to now, you're gonna know what I'm gonna say. The only position group on this offense that was good at pass pro were the running backs. The running backs are borderline A plus in pass pro. I would give the O line a C minus. I give the tight ends a D minus. So the running backs, dude, they were on it. The quarterbacks also didn't help. If you watch episode 1 through 11, you can literally count on more than one hand the amount of wide open receivers that were missed last year. Like wide open, y'all. Not even like there were a lot of some where a guy is close to him, but they were open. But there were a lot of guys not being guarded open. That's what I'm when I say wide open, there's no one on them wide open. It'll be strange. I know it sounds strange. You if this is the first show you're watching, you're gonna be like, nah, dude, you lying. No. Let's go back. Like guys that are wide open, no one on them at all. And we did not even throw the ball. Even it'll be something to here's something that I rest on to is sometimes making the right decision is better than being making the wrong decision and have a completion, because what happens is that one completion can lead to 3 interceptions later on because you think you can make that same throw instead of throwing it to the wide open guy. Decision making at the quarterback position is everything. Make the right decision before the completion, because if you can understand the concept, we can get you to match your feet with your arm, like all that stuff. The technical stuff can be straightened out. But if your ass can't go through progression and find an open receiver, then we in a bind. This game here, y'all, I'm gonna talk about this real quickly because as I watched it over, I didn't realize how bad it was. Listen to me. Louisville was not offense wasn't good enough to score 41 points on us. The defense, I don't like to use the word gave up, but eventually they just things just didn't work. So it's unfortunate. But I want to give you the play chart. then I'm going to have to send a file to my client. But I'm going to still talk through this. So let me find the play chart. All right, y'all. The first drive. Wilcox goes for a loss of 1, then he goes for a big yard of 14. Then he was breaking another one and fumble. The ball just got pulled away from him, yo. And that was on I think they got the ball on their plus 40. I think it was the plus 40. Let me make sure, y'all. Plus 47. All right. So they got the ball on the plus 47. And hold on. I'm trying to do two things at one time. They got the ball on the plus 47 and went 3 and out and punted. So again, when I see people say stuff specifically about the defense, but even about the offense, about them not being prepared. Now I can say maybe there are some issues offensively because you can't fumble. The way Wilcox fumbled was unacceptable. That was not a situation where you should have fumbled like that. It wasn't a hard hit. Because sometimes, like I say, sometimes the other team is gonna get you. That wasn't that case. It wasn't a hard hit. He just got stripped. And that's not good at all. So those two things happen. So they punt, they go 3 and out. We go 3 and out. This is very reminiscent of when I played them in 95, 6. 3 and out, 3 and out. Then they score a touchdown. Then we punt, they punt. Then we throw an interception, y'all. They got the ball on the plus 33. No, on the plus 25. And only got a field goal. So, y'all, defense gave up one bad drive, which they got it. I think they had a pass or something. Doesn't matter. They had a long pass. So they scored. Interception. And they keep the field goal. Then we go 3 and out with no yards. They get the ball on basically midfield. Touchdown. We punt. They go 10 plays, field goal. So that's 20. Then we go interception. They get the ball on the minus 41. They fumble. So this wasn't a pretty game, y'all. So the second half is even worse. They get a fumble touchdown. So the score is 41. So a fumble touchdown, defense gave up 34. But if you look at their drive chart, the majority of their drives were based at the 50-yard line. I think they had 2 long drives. And that's it. We had 3 interceptions. Look at the box score, which is shocking to me. Shuck on it was 9 for 18 for 128 yards. Defense gave up like at least 3 big running plays. But Shuck was 50% completion rating and 128 yards, 7 yards per completion. So the passing game didn't kill us. But bruh, if you look at, when I looked at the game, I'm like, damn, this is bad. So let's get into this real quickly because I want to see the decathlon and heptathlon. So this is going to be quick. I'm going to try to make it quick. Hope we get it done in 30 minutes. Reason why I have a sense of positivity for next season offensively, because I see what Bush was trying to do. Like even right here, y'all, the O-line is blocking their ass off. We had 3 seconds. Why would you go backwards? Just stay there. If you're feeling something, you can slide. Oops. You can slide a little bit, but once you go backwards, you change the angles. You give the advantage back to the defensive line. Just stay there. If your receivers suck right now, they suck. But now we got to get rid of the ball. This is not high school, dude. Throw the ball away. Dude, he was at almost 6 seconds before someone got loose. It's now on the O-line. All right? That's damn good blocking right there. 6 seconds? That's horrible on the receivers because in 6 seconds, as a DB boy, you sweating. Again, I'm on a thing of saying, well, the coach is not teaching to climb the pocket because you shouldn't have to take that shot. If that's not on the O-line. That's the premise for me doing it. So I gotta remember that, y'all. I gotta hold myself accountable. But sometimes I get talking about the game more than acknowledging what I'm supposed to acknowledge. 3-man rush, 2nd and 10. That's a layup. We need that. We missed the layup. That puts you in 3rd and short. Instead of 3rd and 10, it makes the game easier for everybody, including the O-line. You got to make that throw. You got to make that. That is the perfect definition of a layup. Ooh, that's holding. Yeesh. Yeesh, yo. Even though that's holding, he's got time to make the throw. Steps into the throw and just got away from him. And honestly, that's not the right person to throw to. I can't tell. I'm not going to go. I can't vantage point. But he's double covered. We lucky we didn't get that pick, though. Step up in the pocket. Good play. We got some out of that. Good play. Had time. Had time not to throw it. Wasn't perfect execution, but he can also make it easier by stepping up in the pocket. Step that. Good. Ooh. I wonder if that's Dane Key. Is that Dane Key or that Mac? Forcing it, man. That's not the throw. Ugh. Unless he got fooled. That's one interception. Not good. I'm going to tell y'all something. It's as a guy who was a backup sophomore year in high school, even though teams knew I was going to eventually come in, the hard part about it is me and the other quarterback were 2 different quarterbacks. Even though we ran the same scheme, my threat was different than his threat. And I guarantee you they didn't game plan both of us the same equally. So being a backup is the easiest part. Because you can come in, you can see what the defense is doing. You lose those nerves because the game is playing. You don't get the first snap. So when Cutter came in the last 2 games as a backup, the game was slowed down for him because he could see how the defense was playing. When you're at the starter, you don't have that luxury. So therefore, you don't have a chance to gain confidence. See, when you have a bad throw, now your confidence, it can sway to the negative. So getting this start, man, is a different animal. Oh, Lord. This O-line problem here. That's the guard. So that's got to be Farmer, I'm thinking. He gets beat too easily. That's on him. So now, as I've said on the Cutler Show, quarterback's job is to protect the most important thing. I don't care what happens up front. You can get decapitated, for lack of a better word. When your head is rolling down toward the end zone, you know what should be in your hand? That pigskin. So even though the defense beats your offensive line one time, you cannot fumble. Protect the ball. 2 hands on the ball at all times. It's like a fumble snap. For me, if I'm coaching the offense, it's never the center's fault. It's always the quarterback's fault. Quarterback has to wait. If the snap is a little bad, that's your job is that. Has the time, throw the ball he wants to. Oh, we need that one. Oh, we need that one. We need that one. Damn. Got time. Climb the pocket. Good job. I like everything about it. Hey, you would have gave it to him a little sooner. It's 3rd and 17. I get it. Never mind. Scratch what I just said. 3rd and 17. You trying to get the first down. They giving you the underneath route. Little throwback. They playing man to man. Or if you want to call a perfect defense or something, I guess it couldn't be perfect anyway. But if you playing man on screen, it's hard to get that block. No separation. Had time in the pocket. That wasn't on O-line. Step into the throw. If you're able to step into your throw, the O-line is exempt. Good ball. Dude. See, this is the thing people have to understand. When you get to this level, the majority of guys can make this throw. But this off-platform side arm throw with a little pressure up front, that's elite. On time, that's a great ass throw. Looks like Harley Gilmore got some run towards the end of the season. Let's see what he can do this year. Add time. Add time. Now he couldn't step into it, so we will give that a little bit to the O-line. That's O-line's. That's a failure on their end, that one, because he couldn't step into the throw. Good job there. Interception. So y'all, now that's not only an interception, that's a bad interception. That takes points off the board. But that's interception number 2. Eesh. But they didn't score. So we got the ball back. 53 seconds. Let's see if there's anything possible. Got time. That's a cover set. That's a cover set. Now, I don't know what was the route concept, but looked like they, no, it's not man. They went zone, and they might have fooled them when they went to zone. But there's no one open over there, apparently. That'll be a cover set. Step up, good, good. I like it. Offensive line could have done a little better job. That's not end of the world there. Guys gotta also get open, damn it. Great is the best team greatest team sport in all of sports because you got to rely on each other. Ah, it's not long enough. He's hanging in there. That's on the old line there. That's bad. Don't do that though. Shit, don't do that. That's a combination of O line number one and receivers not getting open. So now we're going to the second half. Good job stepping in the pocket. Catch the damn ball. Got a little push from his left side. He felt it. He didn't panic. Kept his eyes down the field. Climbed the pocket. Found an open receiver. And he dropped the ball. Wow. So I guess things were not going well. We decided to insert Gavin. Good blocking. Ooh, Macklin runs straight by him. I better throw it as a touchdown. But he get in there and throw a great ball. Oh, 2 balls. Touchdown. Hey. Good job, Gavin. Got points on the board. Oops. Oh, looks like I missed this play. Looks like the export didn't take through. And it did something crazy. Ooh, we need that one. That's not a bad throw. We need that one. I love cornerback. Trying to get OPI. Okay, got a little something out of that. Ooh. Oh, 3rd and 6. He must have thought there was going to be a man. That's why he threw it quickly, but they actually played zone. That's a corner instead of being on linebacker. If they were a man, he'd have been on linebacker. He would have beat him by leverage, get the ball out quickly. And the 2 positions I play quarterback and I play defensive back. And it works for both. You can never guess. The best you can do is anticipate. When you guess, that's when you get interceptions or you get double moves on you, or whatever, you get beat both ways. You got to anticipate. Anticipate it. Now trust your eyes and be able to adjust when your pre-snap thought doesn't add up. Oh, we got to make that one. Good throw, because see here, this is as a quarterback. Nope, I was going to say something. Nope, that's not true. See, normally what happens from the bottom of the number to the sideline is 7 yards. As a quarterback, I don't know what it's called, but the benchmark is a receiver's got to give you 5 yards to the sideline, so you got margin of error. Probably gave him almost 7, so that's not on Gilmore. That's on the quarterback. That's just a bad throw. That's a bad throw. At the time, though, made the right read, just didn't execute on the throw. And a deep ball, I want people to understand, is the hardest ball to complete, the toughest ball to complete. Ooh, good pickup. He actually went the wrong way to escape. I understand as a right-handed quarterback, that's the side you're going to try to escape to. But if he would have escaped left, he would have been more successful with it. This is horrible. 4th and 10. This play bothers me to this day. And I tried to blame it on a game earlier, but now I remember the game it is. Dude, it's 4th and 10. 4th and 10. Why would you run out of bounds? I see this in my sleep. Why would you just run out of bounds, dude? It's 4th and 10. Got time. Makes a great throw. Great route by Macklin. Bad throw. Interception. That's the season, y'all. This was such an ugly game on both sides, honestly. You can't win making those mistakes. You can't have turnovers like that. I don't care if your defense is the best defense in the country. If you give the opponent the ball anywhere close to midfield, it's tough. Just imagine on defense. That means you can't make a mistake. That means you can't give up even 2 first downs. You got to stone them and make them go 3 and out every time. And now you're asking a lot in any level of football to have your defense not give up a down first down consistently. It's the best when you have you had 3 picks, 4 turnovers. And all them turnovers were at midfield or worse. So you're asking a lot from your defense. And when you do stuff like that, turn the ball over, now fans hate the field position battle, but you lose a field position battle. Even if you both go 3 and out, the other opponent's gonna get the ball at midfield. If you keep going 3 and out and they punt you inside of the 10-yard line, you're gonna punt it back and be part of that midfield. If they go 3 and out, they're gonna punch you back inside the 10-yard line. Now it's a never ending. Eventually, they're gonna get a first down. And you ain't even gotta get 2 first downs. You at the 50, you can still kick a field goal and score points with a team with a good kicker. What is promising for me after watching these games in a condensed manner, trying to change the narrative on the O-line, is this team was better than 4 and 8. That's one thing I'm gonna say. You had some key injuries that made it harder on defense. You had on offense, you had a issue on offense where the quarterback just wasn't ready to get the keys to the car. Just wasn't ready. And Bush had some, when Liam Cohen gave plays and we were successful on it, people were praising him. I'm going to go on a limb for a hot take and say, if our quarterback made the plays that were in front of him in a lot of these games, people will feel differently about Bush, because there were calls and there were a lot of instances where guys were wide open. They were schemed open and we did not throw it on the ball at all. There were drops. There were missed opportunities. There were O-line failures, no doubt about it. But it wasn't a complete system failure every game where the quarterback didn't have time to make the throws to open receivers. So I feel positive about this season because I know we got a better quarterback because he has experience. I mean, like I said, I looked at the Tennessee. Did I say it on here? I looked at the Tennessee stats. Tennessee stats, dude, are crazy. They have been 60% run for the majority of Heupel's career at Tennessee. They were about 55-45 Hendon Hooker's second year. So all this play a certain way is bullshit. Now you want to play with tempo, that's fine, but I don't. The whole tempo thing is BS too. Now it's nice to be able to play with some tempo, but just 100% of the time play with tempo, to me, is not the way to play. I don't like that method. But I do agree sometimes first down, get your ass to the line of scrimmage while the defense licking their wounds, and let's go at it. Or you get a big play, let's hurry up. I definitely agree with that. But 100% of the time, no. But if this team wasn't a 4-win. I legitimately say this team should have won at least 6 last year. If they win 6 or 7 with that team, you don't need star power. The whole thing, you need a star. No, you don't need star power to win 6 or 7. Now, you star power to win 10, 11, 12 for sure. But you don't need star power to win 7, 8 games. If that team should have won 6, I think this team can win 6. It goes back to things have to go right for you, though. Same way it went right in 2018 and 2021. You can't play bad football, sloppy football, undisciplined football for us and expect to win 7 games. You got to be more consistent, more consistently disciplined, and protect the ball. If we can do that, I honestly see 6 wins. If this group plays together and a couple players have good, not big seasons, they have good seasons. If Calzada has a Will Levis type of year, and if that defensive front can protect the linebackers and create some havoc, I can see 7 wins. I want people to understand, because I know this because I'm here. LSU a few years ago won 6 games. I think, let me look. I think in 2020 they won 5, just like us. I think in 2021 they won 6. I think I'm right with that. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the screen. So LSU. Can I zoom in so y'all can have it easier? LSU in 2021 went 6, 2020 won 5. They bookmarked those 2 seasons with 15 and a 10-win season. They won 5 and 6, y'all. After going 10 and 3, 15 and 0, they went 5 and 5, 6 and 7, 10 and 4, 10 and 3. Now, just in this little bar, history tells you everything. Look at the other season. They at least won 11, 12, 11, 13. Let me show y'all. Let's do us. Just to get a reference, because we like to compare. Look at all seasons. Look at that. 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8 is the down here. It's a ceiling 7, 6, 5, 2, 2, 2, 7, 7, 10, 10. So these 2 seasons 10. Now you're gonna, that 2020 season was tough for everybody. You went 10, 8, 10, 7, 7, 4. So people expect for our program not to have a down year. I don't give a fuck what the expectations are. I don't give a damn what kind of team you have. If you're expecting us to have a linear progression, 10 should be 10, 10, 10, 9, 10. You are fooling yourself when there's nowhere in the history. If there's a reason why our history is this. I'm not going to get into it now, but there's a reason why. So to not be, see, here's the difference when fans get upset with me. It's not about being happy with 7. But it's you can't shit on a 7-win season in this program when you have all of these in recent history. Look, I didn't go down because I didn't want to show you the others. Since 2000, y'all, we have had more 2-win seasons then we've probably had 7-win seasons, or it's real close. All right, since 2000, I'm saying we have had almost, or probably had 2000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2-win seasons. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-win seasons. So do that math. So to shit on 7-win seasons for our program is wow. Wow. Is it a great season? No one's saying that, but people shit on the 7-win season. Like that is the worst in school history. Like we are damn LSU or Alabama, and we are consistently winning 9 games or 10 games, and we drop to 7. If you consistently win 10 games and drop to 7, I will understand that. But see those 10-win seasons? How many other 10-win seasons are there in school history? 77, 50, and that's it. Stoops has 2 10-win seasons. Bear Bryant had 1. Now, that was a great season, though. And Kersey had 1. Did I pass it up? Yep. Kersey had 1. He's the only coach in school history to have 2. And let's not go about the conference, how many above 500 seasons he had to compare to everybody else. All right, y'all. Went on my tangent. It's 4 o'clock. Time for me to watch some track and field. Hope y'all have a good weekend. And thank God this series is over, because this last game was horrible. But I am looking forward to another season of college football, and hopefully, we do much better and put a better product on the field.